All right, I did a lot of recording today, but I had to do this last one because I just saw the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and when the movie started, I was like, this ain't that bad. It's not a great movie. I wasn't expecting much, but it's got some decent action. The acting is, it's good. Anthony Mackie is a good actor. He's a really good actor. Harrison Ford is a really good actor. I'm not gonna call Harrison Ford a great actor, but Harrison Ford's a really good actor. And this is interesting, maybe the leader's gonna be in here, so maybe they will expose or show, maybe they'll open up the story more, so you get more access to more characters and more information about future movies. So this may be exciting. And then the movie quickly turned into a piece of garbage Disney Plus television show that was just extended and released as a movie. Not only did the action start to become stupid, but just the movie itself, some a lot of these movies, these Marvel movies that are coming out, you're watching them and you're like, well, why does this exist? There's so many other characters, other storylines that could be made into film or even into their little streaming television shows, but they just, it's like they the decisions again. We're gonna pick Falcon and give him a movie, and then the movie's not really gonna be tied into nothing. And when you get to the end of the movie, you're like, dude, this was supposed to be a fucking Hulk movie. Dude, it's Falcon, one of the most unpopular. I'm not gonna say unpopular, but I meant he's not popular. Nobody really knows or cares about the Falcon character. He's an irrelevant character, and you're gonna put him in a movie against Hulk's biggest villains, and the Hulk's not gonna be there. There's no Hulk, but it's Hulk's villains. It's like, why it does the premise, the whole movie itself just does not make sense. Why would you have a sidekick character have his own movie versus two of another huge character's biggest villains? I'm trying to think of a better way to put this. It's like having Green Arrow's sidekick. I forget what this, if he even had a sidekick. It'd be like having a Green Arrow's sidekick has their own movie and they're fighting against Doomsday and Lex Luthor. Like, dude, what the fuck is this? What? That's what's happening while I'm watching the movie. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Again, of course, because of the writers, there's always nonsensical garbage happening in the movie. Falcon, I don't know much about this version of Falcon. I don't know much about the Falcon character anyway. But this version from MCU, I don't know anything about. But I'm watching the movie, and as the movie goes along, you kind of find out that what's this guy's name? I never remember his civilian name. Dang. Well, that the Falcon never got the super soldier serum. So he's really just still Falcon. He's just a guy with a jetpack. He's like the fucking Rocketeer. Why would he be on the same level as Captain America? It didn't make. At first, I'm like, well, maybe he still has he has the serum, so he's beefed up. He's more of a super soldier now. No, according to the story, and again, maybe I missed something, but I could have swore he said he didn't take the serum. If he didn't take the serum, then he's just a regular soldier with a jetpack on. This guy's fighting the fucking Red Hulk. At one point, I think he either gets hit by or he stops a full-on baseball swing from the Red Hulk. The Red Hulk has like a pole in his hand and he swings it full force and Falcon stops it with his hands. The writers in these the writers of these stories, I still, I've made so many videos about this and I still to this day I can't get over the incompetence of these writers. This guy's fighting against the Red Hulk and he survives. And this is not like, the Red Hulk is angry, but he's pulling his punches. No, this is, I just turned into the Red Hulk. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm enraged and I'm out of control. This is full strength, full level Red Hulk versus a soldier with a jetpack, and the soldier survives. I can't believe this shit, dude. I cannot believe it. These guys are fighting jet fighters. They had like a midget Black Widow woman that, like, dude, this lady was a Black Widow. Just the movie wasn't as bad as I thought, but that was literally because my expectations were in the toilet. So I thought, this was gonna be like so like comically bad, but it wasn't comically bad, but it was still bad. The writing was competent enough. I'm sorry, the dialogue was competent enough between the characters where it didn't feel stupid. You had like one or two instances between Falcon and the sidekick's new sidekick, the sidekick of the sidekick. Some of their banter was, became like a little cliche and dumb. But outside of that, the dialogue wasn't bad. It wasn't comical. It was competent. But the rest of the story is just it's one of those, why does this exist? It's I didn't even pay enough attention to it to be able to rehash a lot of the stuff that I saw. But it was just watching it, I'm like, well, especially when I got towards the end, I'm like, why does this even exist? This guy is going up against the leader, and there's no Hulk. There's like mentions of the Hulk, but there's not even Bruce Banner's not even in the damn movie. Jesus Christ, dude. I think Liv Tyler, did she make an appearance, or I forget, or was that like a video clip? I think she made an appearance, but there's no Bruce Banner. You don't get Bruce Banner in the movie. You got two of his. Why would the Falcon be? Why would this story be? We've literally got one Hulk movie from the MCU. The one made by Ang Lee doesn't. I'm not counting that one. But the one with Edward Norton, that was the only Hulk movie out of all the MCU, and it's the Hulk. I think out of all of the Avengers, all of the Avengers within the MCU, the Hulk is everybody's favorite. He's the most popular character, and he's never had one movie. And then he don't even have a TV series. He's just like a guest star in other people's shit. It's the fucking Hulk. And then you're gonna insult the character by making a movie of his two villains, and he ain't even in it to fight the villains. If Falcon can slow down and stop the Red Hulk, then I guess Bruce Banner ain't really relevant. I guess the Hulk's not really relevant because all you got to do is talk the Red Hulk down. Also, a thing I didn't like, and again, a lot of these characters Red Hulk, I never read any Red Hulk comics. That came out after I stopped reading comics, that character. But from what I know, the little bit that I do know, I thought Ross wanted to be the Red Hulk. He planned on that. But in this, it was done against his will without his knowledge. The leader tricked him into turning into this thing. So that's not even accurate to the damn story, to the characters in the story. So again, it's like, well, why? Who is this stuff being made for? You just said I'm gonna just pick some characters, and then just make some BS. It's like an AI generated story. What the fuck was this? Story don't make sense. Japan is about to start war with the U.S. Japan would never go to war with the United States again. That would never happen. Over some adamantium. That would not happen. Over some attack. We're going to go back into conflict with the U.S. Not only did the U.S. Spank us badly back in the fucking 40s, but now they have all these super powered heroes on top of all the nuclear weapons and machinery and armies that they got. Let's start another war with them. That wouldn't happen. So that's stupid. General Ross becoming the president. I guess that's not stupid. I don't know if that happened in the comic books or not, but it just didn't feel like this needed to be made, and they're doing too much of this. You have too many good characters that you can make great stories about, too many great storylines that you can adapt, But no, they just like random shit. They're making the Fantastic Four with a fucking female Silver Surfer. Dude, the Fantastic Four movie doesn't look good because Pedro Pascal. I'm tired of Pedro Pascal. Now I'm tired of him. His fucker is in everything. It starts to make the shows and the movies feel like something off of a factory line. It just feels like this generic thing that's being pumped out by a corporation. That's how they're all starting to feel because now you're starting to see the same fucking actors in every different fucking role. Like shit, dude, this guy was just a bounty hunter in space, and now he's fucking Mr. Fantastic. He don't even look like Mr. Fantastic. God damn, these people, the fucking movies these people made. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. Okay. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to make a quick one about this because I don't make too many random rants anymore. I don't make too many videos anymore, but I don't make too many random rant things anymore because I don't watch as much stuff. I'm getting old. And I just wanted to make this. But this movie, if you can catch this for free, don't waste your fucking time. I caught it for free, obviously, like I say in all my videos. That's why this is so late. But if you can catch it for free, do not waste your time. Go watch the fucking Care Bears movie or something. This was a waste of a film. It didn't need to be made. Action sequences were. There was a good action sequence between Falcon. That's why in the beginning I thought, oh, this might be good. There was an action sequence in the beginning where Anthony Mackie looked good in the role. He looked good in that sequence. I was, oh, this is gonna be a good sequence. Hopefully they continue this. And no, I don't remember any others. The one with the Hulk looked cool, but it was just stupid that the Hulk is fighting the Falcon. That was stupid. Again, it would be like Doomsday fighting Robin. It doesn't make fucking sense. It's like stupid, just nonsensical writing that you would decide to put these two characters together. So, don't waste your time watching this. The woman that was picked as the Black Widow, I've seen her in something else. I think she's this Israeli actress. I've seen her in other stuff. She's a good actress, but when her in this, it's like, dude, what is this? Once again, as I've said in other videos, when there's a black protagonist, there is no fucking love interest. I like saying that so people can keep track of it and keep record for themselves. This is another black protagonist that got no fucking love interest. Blade had no love interest. War Machine, no love interest. Falcon, no love interest. The female Black Panther, no love interest. These people, it's like predictable at this point. No love interest. I'm just a human. I don't like women. I don't like to procreate. Only white people can procreate. So everything was wrong with this movie. Again, the dialogue wasn't horrible. The effects weren't, from what I remember, weren't horrible. They were fine, but the effects are fine in everything now, so that's irrelevant at this point. TV shows have effects that are just as good, if not better. The Red Hulk looked cool, I guess, and one thing that I did like is the Red Hulk was more of a Hulk than the Green Hulk in other movies. I mean, this guy was fucked. His sonic clap was a real sonic clap. Better than they've portrayed in any of the other movies. And his aggression and his rage, that looked good. I forgot about that. That looked good, and I was like, oh, this looks like a fucking Hulk. How the Hulk should look, especially one that's just blindly out of control. So that looked good, but then it was the fact that he was fighting the Falcon that kind of made me like, why? He's fighting the Falcon and survive. This guy's the Hulk, dude. The Hulk is literally like an atomic bomb. Like if you dropped an atomic bomb, that's what the Hulk is. When you drop an uncontrolled, rage-filled Hulk into an area, it would be like dropping an atomic bomb. So the Red Hulk is unleashed. Again, it's like an atomic bomb, like a big explosion, just destruction everywhere that nobody's gonna survive. Yet by the end of the fight, all the aides are there, all his coworkers and employees just like walk up, like, "Oh my God, are you okay? What happened?" I'm like, "You guys were in the vicinity of this atomic explosion?" This guy destroys the White House, and the people are just like in the area. So stupid. Like, dude, you guys gonna evacuate? Who the fuck is gonna go? Who's gonna? After seeing some shit like that, who's gonna run up and be like, "Are you okay? You gonna keep your fucking distance?" And like, 911. Yeah, you need to go check. The president turned into some kind of demon, and he's like fucking wrecking shit. So go check on that shit and let me know when it's okay. No one's gonna be chasing behind their boss. Are you okay, boss? Oh shoot, yeah, you just destroyed half of the city in one shot. Okay, but I just stood here. Luckily, none of the debris hit me. This guy Falcon has like this cool Wakanda ability where he can absorb the kinetic energy in his wings and release it. And there's a point where the Hulk is like he's shielding himself with the wings, which I guess are made out of vibranium, and the Hulk is slamming onto the wings, and it's generating all this kinetic energy. But Falcon just doesn't release it. He releases it eventually, which kind of helps him in towards the end of the fight. But when you're watching, you're like, why isn't he releasing it right now? Like, did he know he was gonna need to wait till this particular time? No, he wouldn't. He's just he's like, I'm like, release the fucking shit. Put some distance between you. But there's no urgency because the writers are stupid and they think that this Falcon is a fucking retard who doesn't remember the power of a Hulk. This guy would be like, whoa, I need to put some distance between us. Maybe draw him out into the fucking ocean or something. I don't know. Don't waste your time. This was like a waste of a movie. It didn't need to exist. The end credit scene was, the leader was like, I think he implied that I'm gonna do more. What are you gonna do? What more are you gonna do? The leader, the leader is like this unparalleled genius, right? But this just felt like the way he was portrayed in this, it just felt like he was a good, not con man. What the hell am I trying to say? Like he just came up with a really good, intricate plan. It didn't feel like he was a genius because the way it was written, he didn't need to be, I guess, but it's just the way it was written. It's like, why would the leader be in this situation? He's the leader, and apparently he was the leader like a half a decade ago. I think he said 5 years ago, because he turned into the leader in 2008. So I guess he's been imprisoned by Ross for like a decade maybe, and it took him that long. It took the leader that long to come up with a plan to escape. God damn. It's the leader. If you watch it, you will understand what I mean. He didn't feel like a genius. He just felt like maybe he was a mastermind criminal or something like that. Like, he put together a long, intricate plan, because at the end he goes to jail. He gets arrested. It's the leader. All this time, the reason the leader in the Hulk works is because the leader is so smart, but the Hulk is so violently, unpredictably destructive that the leader can put together all these intricate things, and it makes sense that it fails because he's going up against this wildly destructive thing whose power level, especially in the beginning when they first become enemies, power level isn't measurable. So this fucker becomes stronger. I made all these calculations and these plans based on how strong this character is, and then you implement the plan, put it into action, start hurting this green monster, and then the monster, once he gets angry, gets stronger than what you thought he was before. So it's just like, oh shit, I didn't plan for that. And that's why their dynamic kind of works. Leader has never been a great villain for the Hulk, but that's why it kind of works, because I'm this genius, but I put these plans together based on this force of nature that has a level that constantly changes. I can't control it. I can't predict it because no one knows how strong the Hulk can get. So it winds up failing. But this is just, he's fighting against the president, who at that point isn't a Hulk. He's just a man. And it took him this long to find a plan to get out of prison, and a plan that ultimately fails because he goes back to prison. Like, is this the leader? It's not like he was fighting a leader. It's like he was fighting the Joker or something like that. Like some BS plan that can get foiled in a weekend. So this whole thing just was like, hey, we have this character. We want to try to make some money, so we're gonna write this bullshit story and throw in some characters that fans know because fans are stupid and they'll pay to go see it. And so you got this dribble. This 20 minutes already? All right, that's all I want to say about this garbage. This shouldn't have been this long because this movie didn't deserve this much of my time. Don't watch this shithole.